that is the essence right there at the end of the day, right? But how do you know, right? How do you know who's everyone is capable of anything?
Yeah.
You know, never underestimate a person. Okay, make two assumptions that I believe. Assume, okay, that either depending on what it is, especially when it comes down to like, let's say a job and a performance and maybe a particular task, that they're going to be just as good or better than you. You know, that's it. Never underestimate that they will do a shittier job because you'd be surprised, you know? And I think, you know, that's the ultimate benefit of the doubt that we should give literally everyone in life.
ALFA Relations, driving change forward.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of ALFA Relations. My name's Luca and I'm here with Alex and Alan. And today we have the squad all together for just a trio episode. No guests today. Where we're going to do a little bit of a checkup, a little bit of catch up. It's been a good while since we got to just record and stuff. We took a break 2 weeks ago, just due to a mental health break, and we're just going to do a little checkup today. See how everyone's doing.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh God, Alan.
Hey. All right. You know what? New space. Okay. New look. New me. New intro. Even if it failed there. All right. Just roll with it. Just roll. Just you know what? Just continue.
Oh God. Okay. Well, yeah. Like I said, 2 weeks ago we took ourselves a little. We practiced what we preached, pretty much. A few episodes ago, we talked about, or at the start, we talked about a little bit like how it's important to take care of your mental health, and we were sort of like relaying it back to like school and and the times of just chaos of school, just putting your mental health first, And we posted like a little thing on Instagram. So if you're not on Instagram or not following us on Instagram, go follow us at ALFA Relations, and that's where we have pretty much all our updates of what's going on. So pretty much we just had a week off, right? Just to take care of our mental health, putting that as a priority, because it's just been a crazy few weeks. Absolutely crazy.
I'm sorry. I look like an insensitive asshole now.
God,
oh boy. Okay, please continue, please.
Yeah, but yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we took some time off just for that, and I love the quote that we used for this post. Look, if you want, go follow us on Instagram to see it. But pretty much, essentially, it was it was just like a quote saying, "Your mental health is a priority, your happiness is an essential, and your self-care is a necessity." That was from healthyplace.com. And pretty much just the importance of just taking care of yourself, and that was like the whole essence of it during that week. So yeah, so let's check what's going on here, Alan. You hear a little laughing here when I was saying the insanity.
Oh, okay.
That was going on.
Oh, I see how it is. Okay, Luca. Well, insanity. That's a good word. Then again, the definition of insanity, is to, do the same thing over and over again, thinking you're going to get something different. I don't think that's been my situation, knowing that each time something new did occur, there was always like cause and effect. Well, there's been a lot of causes and a lot of effects lately in my life. That is, I don't even know where to begin. Luca, where would you like me to begin?
Let's start back to a little pandemic.
Oh.
I'm trying to relay it back to you if you got my.
Oh, I know. I catch your drift. Okay, all right. So I'll tell you what. Oh my gosh. You know what? It's been a month and a day. So 1 month and a day ago.
Already?
Yeah. Already. Yeah.
Crazy.
I know. Especially considering everything that's happened, which we're gonna let the good people here know what's up. All right. So just to simply say it, I caught COVID. And I thought it was allergies at first. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly, hands down, thought it was allergies. 120%. It was 1 month, and let's say 1 month and a week ago, it hit me. My nose out of nowhere just started sneezing repeatedly. My eyes got all watery and itchy. All right, and I said, well, this is rather odd because that's never happened to me in winter, yet it's happening. So I treated. I thought this feels like allergies. These are allergy-like symptoms. Thus I shall treat it as an allergy. So you take your Benadryl, Reactine, what have you, and that tied me over for a bit. Um, and then, progressively over the next few days, it got worse up until the point where I became so congested that I lost a sense of taste and smell. All right. Which are clearly, as many people know, those are red flags, for COVID like symptoms.
Mhm.
But I said, well, this is just messed up because, I mean, this is where the obscurities begins. Is it a cold? Is it an allergy? Is it the flu? Right? Is it COVID? There are so many factors. And I said, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give myself 48 hours, right? See if taste and smell come back or if it improves, anything alleviates, right? Yeah, well, 2 days went by, okay, and my congestion cleared up, and I still could not taste or smell anything. And it was to the point where this was in the wee hours of one morning, and I'm just there in my bed looking up at the ceiling, being like, "Let's go grab the hot sauce." Yeah.
Oh God.
All right. I figured, like, you know what? There's only one way to really put it to the test here. All right.
Mm.
So I grabbed the bottle of hot sauce, all right, from the kitchen, and no one uses it. All right. I wiped it down afterwards just in case. I opened it up. I mean, took a whiff, put it rather close enough to my nose, and I figured this is something rather pungent, and it should work. It should work. It didn't work.
That's what you know.
That's what I was just like, fuck. All right. And basically, more or less, my words in the moment just had to whisper, considering those my other family members sleeping in the household. Anyway, so the next day I woke up and I said, I'm going to go get a test. I went to go get a test that day, and I spent the next 2 days in my room in a quarantine until I would get results. So I got my results on Friday, January 27th in the morning. A lovely nurse called me, left a voice message, and this is even worse. All right, leaves a voice message. Okay, I was just like doing something else at the time, and then she called, and like I pick up the recording. I listened to the recording. I was just like, "Yeah, hello, Monsieur West. This is so and so calling from Santé Quebec, and it is very important that you call us back immediately. Thank you very much." I'm just like, "Well, that's it right there.
That's a good way.
You already know." It's like I didn't even need to call back, but I was going to call back just to inform myself regarding the procedure of moving forward. But at least for myself, I had mentally prepared for the last couple of days. Preparing for the fact that this is COVID, and if it is COVID, what are you willing to do? What has to come next from this? All right. I live with someone who's immunocompromised, right? And that was probably the worst thing that could have happened, but it happened. And I'm the type of person in the situation, no matter how bad it is, given such factors, that I'm going to react as best as possible. All right. And I'm not going to let the conflict paralyze me. That's a choice as well. So in that moment, there was a scramble of sorts to a necessity to find, housing or a place where I can do my quarantine away from this person, who is immunocompromised, given the fact that to give them the best chance of not catching what I have, and the fact that I'm just making the environment as safe as possible. In this case, thus Alan getting out with whatever he had there. I spent the entire day, calling different agencies, health agencies here in Quebec, running around in circles, trying to get this information if there is some type of free housing accommodation provided by the city of Montreal or by the Quebec government. I heard that through another family member, and it was legitimate. You just had to call to inquire. I just love this because it really goes to show that the left hand doesn't know what the right one's talking about, and the other way around when it comes down to, the health system. But other than that, kudos, to all the health workers who I spoke to. They were so compassionate, and it was the same thing for them. And I think that just really goes to show that this has been a very, very, tough and, stressful year for them, for their colleagues, for their other family members, for what they feel for people who have caught this, and just all the feelings that go around it. And it was just funny because I was getting more. I found that I got more compassion out of the total strangers who I spoke to on that phone, on the phone that day, rather than my own household, given the fact that, this was the sum of all fears. And it just it's people react differently. It was the heat of the moment, and we've gotten past that. But it's just like, knowing that you live with someone who's immunocompromised, and the fact that you got this, it's like, there's like there feels, and there is like a stigma to it, yeah. And don't get me wrong, I feel bad, but at the same time, I didn't know I was going to get this. I didn't ask for this. And all I can do now, is with what the time that I have, and that's to react. And I'm reacting by trying to get out as soon as possible, but I need to figure out my situation, right? So by the end of the day, after running around in circles and finally getting the right information, I speak to a what should I call it? A social worker from Info Quebec or Info Santé.
Salty, yeah.
Yeah, and the social worker basically tells me, okay, so we get your situation. We can understand why you would have to leave, given the fact of given the factors that you've mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
But this is honestly not the worst case scenario, knowing the fact that you have your own private bathroom. So do they. You have your own room. So do they. All right. And the only place that you share, right, in the common area is a kitchen, right, which something could be worked out. But here are the other options, okay, to present you, which, and I quote, the person told me this is like a last ditch effort. Okay. So we can send you to a place where there's free accommodation. So the 3 locations are the Montreal Soccer Stadium. Number 2 is the Old Royal Victoria Hospital, in downtown. And number 3 is a random COVID-19 unit at any hospital anywhere on the island of Montreal. And I'm just like, okay. And I asked, I imagine this doesn't come with a room and 4 walls. Like, no, you'll have like a cot. You'll be surrounded by hundreds of other people. It's rather mixed in terms of the demographics. These are people coming into the country during their quarantine. Some of these people are homeless and, like what have you. And I'm like, okay, right. So I'm going to go talk to my family members, and see what we can come up with here. Right. Yeah. So I tell that to the person who's immunocompromised. I spoke about that with another family member that was quite compassionate, helping me through this situation. And they're both just like, well, I guess that's just what you're going to have to do. And I'm just like, I'm like, no. And don't get me wrong. It's not about, the other people who I'm going to be with. And yes, you do have to do what you got to do sometimes. Yeah. But I wasn't about to go out and expose myself knowing that I have this and I can risking the fact that I could go pick this up and perhaps pick up another variant, and just for my own safety, knowing the fact that I'm already vulnerable to a certain extent, right? I'm just like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna, but I couldn't stay there either. And the time was, it was pushing it. Look, where it was approaching 8:00, and as you know, there's a curfew here, in Quebec. And I'm just like, well, fuck, man, I'm running out of options. I get in touch with Airbnb. That to me was like a last ditch resort because I thought that could have been a decent idea, but I just didn't know if there were any legalities regarding that. There weren't, from what I understood. Okay, so they don't suggest, if you're COVID positive to go stay at one, but that's what I did. And it was all contactless. So I booked something not too far from where, I was living at the time. And I just booked it, packed my duffel bag, my essentials, got there within a couple of minutes, and, 15 minutes till 8:00, just sat down, blasted some music on my headphones and just had a moment, to really let all that stress out. And I'm just like, that was a wild day, a wild ride. And it's just, yeah. And if anything, to be completely honest, I felt more of the stress of, the people around me, a family, close friends hitting weighing down on my shoulders rather than my own stress. That's a weird thing. That's a weird thing, and I get it. It's not a pretty situation. Yes, there's a lot of fear. But at the same time, it's just, you have to make up your mind on what you're going to do in the given moment, especially knowing that there's a time limit here, and that's 8 p.m. right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I quarantined, for a total of the recommended time, which was for 10 days, and the next thing though that was on my mind was I also had a move coming up as well. So now just things between that time between, let's say, up until a few days ago and the time that I did my quarantine, for that week and a half to 2 week period, I have been scrambling, guys, as you both know, to find my own place, right? All right. And knowing that it was a bit difficult for me to return home, given the fact that, there was just a lot of trust issues in the air regarding the fact that, well, not knowing, where I'm coming from, knowing that, is he really recovered from this? Like, can he really be trusted, knowing the fact that he could have picked this up from someone? And to be God honest with you, all the people who I did come in contact with in a 2 week period prior to catching COVID, which were only 6 people, all either tested negative or didn't show any symptoms. Yeah. And as far as it goes, that's fine. That's that. So I don't believe I caught it from anyone there. and I just think I just had really shitty luck,
Mhm.
and I'm fortunately, that I got a mild version of this. It could have been a lot
Mhm.
worse.
Yeah.
There wasn't a day that went by that I didn't think that this could take a turn. It could get worse. All right. And I was going to bed thinking about, well, you know what? Shit, you really are lucky, knowing the fact that there's a whole bunch of people out there that, didn't end up so much on that lucky side of things,
Mhm.
So that was something that even up until now that I think about often, but look, here I am. And like I said, there was just been a scramble, right?
Yeah.
So at one point I was at an Airbnb. I've been at a hotel, been at another type of Airbnb, so I lived in like three different places, all within the span of 2 weeks, and
Yeah.
within a day I was at three different locations
That was
at one
crazy.
point.
I remember.
Yeah, it was.
Every
Yeah.
time, every time I'd be on a new call, every time I'd be on a call with you, it'd be a new location. Pretty much.
Yeah,
Crazy.
oh man, and I just wonder who's been picking up, just especially like, as like I TA for school. Like, oh my god, Alan's got a different background each week.
Yeah.
Like, where's this man going?
How big's this place?
Yeah, imagine, right? So yeah, that was rough. That was
Mhm.
really rough, having to scramble like that and just, like, pack up your stuff and you got to go thinking maybe I can go home today, but you can't go home, and like I'm about to get my own place, and I just want to lock that down. And it's just like you grow, just that wears you down, in other
Mhm.
Yeah.
words, right? And I felt that not in the moments when it was happening. Again, that's not how I choose to roll. I choose to with conflict, when conflict faces me, all right, I see it head on, all right, and I'm ready to deal with it. I'm ready to fight back at it, to
Mhm.
diffuse it, however you see it. It's what afterwards that it hits me, and that's the problem with me and my emotions. I don't really, not that I accept them in a given situation, all right. I do accept them. I just don't put the work into truly working with them, to allowing them to run their course in a given moment,
Mhm.
and that can be detrimental sometimes. And I've had that the hard way. I've seen that,
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm working at that as we speak. But yeah, you can imagine, given the uniqueness of my situation, right? But I am very happy to say, after a scramble, after having COVID, all right, I have found my own place, which I am now, speaking to you two lovely people from. Okay, thank you,
Yes.
thank you, thank you.
Oh.
And kudos to a lovely moving team,
Mhm.
that I had the other day. You know who you are, right there. But it was fun. It was fantastic. Slightly, like a little bit of nerves went into it, but they're the type of nerves, like, it's for a situation that you care for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. But everything went so well. It's a beautiful space. I'm not going to throw out my address. I don't want any fans showing up at the door here, but hey, 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 but like, I'm very happy. I'm very happy, and I'm proud to call it my own. And I'm
Mhm.
excited because, you know, if we had Stephanie on, right, and she asked, if you were to call this period of your life, what would you call it? Well, you know what? Okay, I call it the scramble. All right, the
Mm.
chapter after the last chapter that we just had.
Mhm.
Which
No,
is ironic. Uh,
that-
yeah, think about it. Think about it, because I called that chapter, right. I mean, taking off a load, right?
yeah.
Mm.
And now I call this one the scrambles. Like, fuck, like, what is
It
going
took
on?
a right turn right there.
A
Yeah.
sharp right turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Oh,
There's like a shit ton of uncertainty what you're gonna be doing and
oh,
where
dude.
where you're gonna be
Yeah.
left pretty much during
Yeah.
that period too. So it was crazy.
Basically.
Mm.
But yeah. So it really feels like that. Like the day after moving in, I wake up and I feel that stress, all right, that burden has just been lifted, and what
Yeah.
you're left with is like a phantom sensation.
Mhm.
That it's something that's always been there,
Mhm.
but at the same time, that it's gone. You know that whatever conflict that you had regarding, in this case, like internal family politics and whatnot, that could be left to the side, because now you have your own boundaries, and I think that's the
Mhm.
beauty of having your own space that's for you.
Mhm.
And I have that for myself. All right, and I honestly, I'm left speechless, because
Yeah.
that's the feeling that it is. It's like a feeling like no other, and I'm very grateful for it. I'm grateful to be okay. I'm grateful to be alive, and to
Mhm.
have
Mm.
to have a chance of making life better. And that's not just for me, but all those who I care for.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So family and friends included. So
Hell yeah.
that's where we're at. that's what's up. That's the scoop right there. So yeah,
Amazing.
Yeah.
that break was definitely needed regarding
Yeah.
one's mental health. You know?
That's for sure. You know what?
Mm.
It's awesome you finally found your place, and I'm proud of you. This is first place.
Yeah, man.
Moving out. This is
Mhm.
amazing. It was a
Yeah,
big big
this is
step, yo.
Very
you.
Maybe not the way you want it to happen, but it
Hey,
happened. I'm proud of you. I'm
Mhm.
thank
happy
you,
for
my good
you.
sir.
When you
Thank you.
called
Thank
me,
you
you
both.
told me that you finally found your place. It was like
Yep.
it was a weight off my shoulders too, because I know
No
you were
kidding.
traveling, and there's even like there was that one period where me and Alex were like, we haven't heard from him in like over 48 hours. We had no idea where you were.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah,
just trying to get in contact with you, and that was like a scary time too, just wondering like, where are you right now? You know, like
Mm.
I remember.
no
I
idea where you
remember.
are. So
Oh,
finally, when you're
man.
safe,
Yeah.
you got your place.
That's it.
Hell
That's
yeah.
it. Yo, this is Alpha HQ. You know? Yeah. You know, let me just get a big old douchey banner, okay? Like a big old flag saying Alpha Relations, you know? Just really bro out, you know? Yeah, why not? Oh shit.
Oh,
You know?
God.
Maybe I'll replace it with the curtains I just put up, you know?
They look great.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. They're not too shabby. I
I
know. They're
like
a little bit they're a nice color,
they
but
match the shirt.
they do match the shirt. Hey, how about that? Eh?
They are matching with it.
But it's just they're a tad short because I have high ceilings.
Mhm.
It's like 12, 13 foot ceilings here. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, it's nice. It's nice. I can get a little rope and start swinging. Hmm?
Oh God.
What? Hey, it'd be fun. It'd be fun. You know that line? You ever see Step Brothers?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know,
Oh.
remember when they became best friends? All right. And they made bunk beds?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
All for the
Oh
reason,
God.
you know, think about it. With bunk beds, we'll have so much more room for activities. There's a lot of room for activity here.
Oh God.
Don't worry, I'm not going to be making bunk beds or anything half-assed. But that's what's up. That's what's up. You know, I've talked enough. Alex, what's going on with you? I want to know.
Hello.
I want to know. Hello, what's up? How have you been? You know, this is your last semester. You know, I can imagine. I mean, you witnessed what Luke and I were going through.
Mhm.
All right, and now it's really interesting being on the opposite side of things, right? Seeing what you are going through regarding your own academics, knowing the fact that you're about to graduate, you know, career prospects on the line as well, and final assignments. What's going on? What does that all feel like? You know, how is that all broken down for you?
It feels like garbage.
Garbage.
Pretty
Okay, what
much.
hot garbage or just like garbage?
It's like somebody, just threw a dead body, some puke, feces, and just
Mm,
let it out in the hot sun for a little bit and then just chucked it on your doorstep. So
that's pretty spicy.
that's what it feels like. But
Shit.
I'm almost done, so that should be like an encouraging thing. But honestly, I just am so overwhelmed that it's hard to be motivated at times
Hmm.
just because, like, I don't know where to start. And I have this big pile looking at me, and I'm just like, hi, pile. I don't want to touch you right now. But, you know, it's going. It's a little bit more challenging this semester because I still have my internship and I have school, plus I have work. And there are some internal family issues going on as well that is contributing to stress and like just overall being really loaded up. So that's been kind of stressful. But school in general like is okay other than the fact that there's just a lot a lot to do. I feel like I'm
Mhm.
doing something a little every day and I try to find little breaks or just take some time to do other stuff, but most of the time I am cooped up doing some type of work. If it's not for, internship, it's for school. And thankfully, once I leave work, so I don't have to think about it. But that still takes up my time for the hours that I am working. But I am seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, thankfully. My internship um, is hiring me after I graduate to finish the year with them. So that's pretty exciting because I feel like I'll have an extra foot in the door and like have crossed over that threshold of just being an intern to
Mhm.
actually being staff. Well, they already consider me staff, but like officially, like I'll be payroll staff, not just, hey, I'm coming here because I have to type of thing,
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that because I really love the kids. I love the staff. Like I love what I'm doing. So
You click with it.
yeah, so that's making me excited.
Good.
And that's definitely something that I'm enjoying. So it takes away from the everyday craziness. And I also have another potential job lined up. I'm just waiting for interviews. I got a call back from Batshaw, which is a group home organization here in Montreal. So I'm really excited about that as well. So I'm just keeping my horizons open and trying to deal day by day with everything.
Yeah, sounds like you're doing more than dealing. Sounds like you're doing that. You're juggling. You're on that type wire on a unicycle, just over the pit of uncertainty. Goddamn,
Yeah.
goddamn. But good for you. You got this. Good. I'm glad you're smiling now.
It- it's
For
for the fake cameras, guys.
the fake cameras. There's one there, one there, there.
But no, like I it's hard not to complain because it's so much easier to complain.
Mm.
But like overall, like I'm healthy. My family is doing pretty good given circumstances. So like everything's going okay. It's just a lot to deal with, and there's only 6 more weeks of school after March break. So
Crazy.
Crazy.
Wow.
that's all I have to think to myself. 6 more weeks, girl, you got this. So to anybody listening, 6 more weeks, girl and boy, you got this.
Boom, boom, boom. That's great. You know what? At least you're finishing.
Crazy.
Okay, because when you finish, at least you know what? It'll be spring by then. All right. Hopefully, our situation regarding COVID looks a bit better.
Mm,
All right.
mhm,
It's not a curfew. We can go out for a little nighttime walk, right? And
mhm.
just that's nice. That's really nice, Alex. So fuck.
Yeah, guys, it's getting there.
Goddamn. The last week, watch Luke and I just like go out all out for you. We're gonna get little foam fingers, flags, like you can do it. Oh shit.
You know what though? I
What's up?
just remembered something. One of my teachers, her name is Denise. God bless her, because so due to them extending the break for Christmas, like with schools and stuff,
Mhm.
that means like that they extended the end of semester days. So instead of finishing, I think it was like on the 14th or something like that, we're finishing on the 20th. It's something along those lines. But anyways, so my teacher is still finishing early. So I think I'm done one of my classes. I want to say it's like the 8th of April, which is a huge relief because then I'll only be focusing on like two classes instead of three. So I just thought about that. Silver lining right there.
Shout out to Denise.
Yes,
Yes.
Denise.
All right.
Love her.
Do we know her or no?
No.
No, we never met her, I think.
Regardless, shout out. Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
So yeah.
That's good. That's good. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're almost there.
Yay.
Goddamn.
Crazy. It's so weird
It is.
hearing that there's only 6 weeks left, Alan. We're like halfway through the semester. We're not even in school.
We're not. But we're still
We're
like
still part of the program,
we're-
more or less part of the program.
Mhm.
we're tied up in so many ways. In so many
Yeah.
ways.
Did you guys get your grad pictures, by the way, taken?
Nah.
Well, there's a funny story behind that, right? Like Luca, you were talking to Pat. Hold up now. What's the scoop here, Luca?
Well, I guess I guess ties into my part, I guess.
Oh, right. Sorry.
More or less. So pretty much, we're going through this transition period, right? We graduated last semester. Now we're trying to get in the job market. So whatever.
So we think we graduated.
So we think we graduated, but the thing is,
You didn't graduate?
well, I did. The thing is, okay. So pretty much, I got a job offer, but
Okay.
I need to prove, like, one of the papers I needed to prove was that I graduated. The problem is, I don't got a diploma to prove I graduated, even if I graduated. So now I had to request a letter confirming that I graduated, which might take 10 business days, which means a good chance I lost that job now. But I didn't think of it originally. We don't have any proof that we actually graduated, but we graduated. It is so dumb.
You know what's even better?
Mhm.
All right. In order to get the proof, okay, that you graduated, knowing that we don't have, our diplomas all there, degrees all fancy looking. All right.
Mhm.
You have to pay for that.
Yeah, I think it's $20.
I thought they sent you like your university diploma by mail, like they did for like your CJEP and high school and stuff.
Well, I had to go pick up my CJEP one.
I had to pick up mine too.
like a little bit after. Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't. I
that's
have
true.
no idea how it works for that, but I didn't really think of that because now we're trying to get into the job force, right, or the workforce.
Mhm.
But we don't actually have a diploma to prove our degree right now, and
Mhm.
I
Our
didn't think of that.
credentials.
I didn't
Oh
think
boy.
about that at the time when I applied to a bunch of jobs like a few weeks ago, like whatever, a few weeks ago and whatever. And now
Mhm.
these job opportunities are popping up, but I don't got proof to actually get the job because they don't like I don't have anything but my grades right now, so I'm
Luca,
so
okay,
lost.
quick, grab your Crayola, grab some paper. We'll make something
I'll
on
make
this.
my own, yo. I didn't think of it. They should actually like I don't know. That
That's
shit should be
so
on the way
dumb.
though.
Actually
That
kind
should
of
be on the way.
tough though. What the hell?
Yeah, it's actually crazy. And me and Power started talking about it like on the group chat like yesterday, right? It was last night. Like he was like,
That's right.
Are we even graduated? Like we didn't get no confirmation. We're gonna get no email or anything congratulating us.
Well, I thought you guys said that we were all technically graduating at the same time.
Spring
In
2021, technically.
I think it's May, right? May or
Oh
June.
gosh, are they all coming
Technically,
together then?
I think they're combining them together. But technically, we're graduated because we already did all the credits and everything, though.
Hmm.
But if that's the case, then officially speaking, maybe they're only going to
Yeah,
be rolling out the actual
yeah, it might
degrees.
be later.
Mhm.
That's what
Oh,
you have to request your letter.
Well, that's kind of odd. But you know
Yeah.
what? Actually, I don't know how they're gonna do this,
mhm.
but like you know how when you like graduated from CJEP in high school, like you got like the nice diploma that was like with your name, like in the penmanship, all looking cute and stuff, and then you get like your actual diploma that you either pick up or get in the mail, whatever. Like, are we gonna get one for uni? Because I like that one better than the government official one, because that one looks ugly.
Mhm. That's true. I don't know. I don't know.
That is so
Me
sad.
either. It's
Uh,
crazy.
I'm
But
I
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
inquire.
I don't know. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. And regarding grad photos, I mean, apparently some people get a notification via email, and
we
then
didn't
some of
get
us
one.
don't. We
Got
didn't get
one.
one.
Are you
No,
sure it didn't go to your junk mail? Because
Oh, maybe.
I checked
I
my
got
junk.
my email in junk, like because Concordia that sends it. They said like, oh, like you could go and get like book your graduation pictures with like Last Min Studios or whatever. And so it's like,
Mhm.
oh shit,
You know
nice.
what? Let's take a quick look. Oh
Who got
yeah,
it last
10.
night? Who was it? It was Nifu, right? Our boy Nifu, who got the email, right?
I
Right,
think you're
Alan?
right. I
I
think
think it
you're
was.
right.
He's
I
graduating
think you're right.
also this upcoming semester.
But you guys could still book them and go because you want to
Oh
know
yeah,
something.
technically, but yeah.
Because you have to pay a $25 cover charge, which at first I was like, I have to pay 25 bucks to get my pictures taken that I'm gonna have to pay for afterwards. That's kind of dumb. But then they tell you when you're there that you end up getting like a graduating class photo. That's what you're paying for. So school sent out an email afterwards saying that like your class photo, once COVID has calmed down a little bit, like you could go and get your free
Oh,
copy,
Hmm.
so we could all be in a cute little photo op together, but not if you don't take your picture.
Oh shit.
damn,
Okay.
Alan.
Fuck.
We're
Then
Get on
we
it,
gotta get on
boys.
that. Okay, we'll get on that this week. Okay. Oh goddamn. It's just a money making system, and you figured like you give them so much, like we'll send you the email. I check
bro.
my junk every
Everything
single
is.
day. Well, yeah, that sounded wrong. Okay.
Oh
Hold up
god.
now. I check my spam
Okay,
every
Alan.
single day. Oh, sorry. Couldn't help myself. Um, I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up because nothing is there, right? I haven't received anything. But
Mhm.
if anything, so
You might need to
you know,
request your thing though. You might need to
what's that?
request. You might need to request for your the completion of degree to completion.
He's
How do
Your
I
checking
do
letter.
that?
grad pictures.
Oh, the grad
Mhm.
picture. Yeah, well, grad picture. I think we got like a long time ago. Like some kind of thing telling us the dates or something.
I'll send you guys a link after.
Okay, thank you. We'll get on that. Group photo.
Yeah, guys. I didn't get my like full on pictures back, but I got the proofs back.
Yeah, it was good. Nice. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Very nice. Oh, goddamn, Luca.
Crazy
All
times.
right, it
So
is
yeah.
crazy times. Okay, but like I mean, you just started talking about it regarding you've been applying for jobs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So this has been your big goal. Coming out of school right now, just a few months ago. What has that been like? What have you been applying to? What's the
Mhm.
whole deal with that? What's that experience like?
Yeah, honestly, it's there's just like a lot of I guess uncertainty of where exactly I'm gonna be going towards. I think just because our degree is so like it gives such a nice range of like what you could choose from right now. I've been sort of leaning towards the social work and towards that field a lot more. But I've honestly just been looking within our field and trying to think whatever, like trying to look for things that I think are gonna like spark some kind of interest or something that's gonna be lead to some kind of passion in the field. So I've been applying to like just a bunch of different jobs and stuff, and I've got I had an interview. I had like 2 other little like job offer thingies, but still like nothing like cemented or anything yet. So it's just been like it's been I don't know. It's a pretty crazy process, I think, just trying to find your way right now, and just being on that little road of trying to break into the workplace pretty much. Because once you get into the force, you start getting your experience. Now you can start playing around a little more and start pretty much applying for other things that you're maybe more passionate about. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna take time. I think I'm not sure exactly what's gonna happen, especially since I'm missing all these like papers and stuff out of nowhere that I
Yeah.
had no idea. I didn't think of it at the time, but that's definitely making it a little more complicated right now. But yeah, just a lot of uncertainty, just seeing where we're going, and um, I'm gonna see how these other 2 job things I have, these 2 other job offers I have, see how they line up depending on how long it takes for me to get paperwork and all that. If I lose those jobs, then I'm gonna start applying again. I can continue applying and just trying to just find. I've been using a lot of Indeed for most of my jobs, and just pretty much just writing in different social work things or human relations type jobs, and and there's actually a pretty good market out there, and there's lots of different options and stuff that are really interesting. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
we'll see.
You concern me though when you said the other day when I saw you that it was a pretty good market, especially for that one job, because you said that the burnout rate and suicide rate are pretty high.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Apparently.
Worrisome. That's
From, from
worrisome.
from word of mouth, apparently the
God.
social workers have been going through it lately. Let's just say
type-
the market seems to be quite open right now for it. So they need it. I'm down. So we're trying to break
Down.
into that market. Even if maybe there's a high burnout rate right now, well, I'm ready to burn out.
Oh God. Oh
No,
boy.
I mean it's something like I'm passionate about, right? I want to work with people like that,
Yes.
and I'm excited just to getting in there finally get to working. Especially after all these years of schooling and stuff. I'm excited to put my knowledge to work and just see where I could take this.
Fair enough. I hear you. And what are some of the jobs in particular that you've applied for thus far?
I think they've more or less been all social work jobs. One was like,
but like
oh wait,
details. Oh, go for it.
Like
Go for it.
where?
oh well, one of them was a Batshaw also. That was a human relations agent, and that was working under the youth protection. So that was a job I really wanted, but I didn't get no callback or anything after the interview. So I'm assuming I didn't get it. They said they were gonna call me back, but nothing yet. So I have no idea what's going on there. And then the other 2 were one was at I think a university or something of hospital. I think something of Santé Universitaire or something like that. And stuff like that. And then the other one was like the Douglas. So a little bit all over the place, but all within the social services pretty much. That's been my focus because that's pretty much where I want to be working, and that's like I think my path right now and stuff. So I don't know. I feel like there's just so much out there right now. So I don't know. We're trying to just get into the field pretty much and start getting that experience.
Yes, sir. You got this. You got this. Look up. I swear, if you get one of those jobs, where you be a social worker, where you have to come in and you take my children away from me, man. I don't know how. I don't know if
Oh
you
God,
can.
Alan. Oh God, Alan, just don't beat your children, and we won't have no problem.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
That's it. Just like disclaimer, we do not condone, violence or abuse of any type. All right.
Definitely
That's
not.
No,
Especially the
no.
field we're in.
No, exactly. Yeah, we're in anti-human relations. Like, what's that?
Oh God.
Oh boy, I'm not an agent of change. I'm an agent of chaos.
What?
Can you imagine?
Oh God.
You're so
Oh God.
That'd be wild. Can you imagine? Yeah, someone who comes in, gets into human relations. Yeah, I'm going to be making some major changes. We're going to be doing the exact opposite of everything that we learn.
Oh God.
Right? Yeah. Or to go out there one day to graduate only to do the exact opposite. Right? Wouldn't that be something?
The sneaky
Yeah.
stuff.
It is. It is. You know what's sneaky? Just like having graduated with some people, all right, names shall not be mentioned, okay? But just like, just taking a look and just be like, so you and I both studied the same thing for the last 3.5 years, 4 years, what have you, all right? But like, yet you're implementing what you've learned in the most, contradicting way.
Yeah. I mean,
And I'm just like,
you're always gonna have sour apples.
of
Mhm.
course,
You know,
dude, those are more than sour apples. Those
we
went bad shit
yeah,
rotten
I
some
know.
time ago.
Because like from our experience, we were able to pretty much form an amazing group of people with who are just great people.
Yes,
But then there's also
agreed.
going to be some just toxic people within any program, pretty much. So
That's true.
100%.
that's just
True.
life.
Mhm.
It is just life. You know? I mean, no
Find a
matter,
good circle.
find a
Stick with
good
them.
circle. Work with good people. Shout out
Good
to
people.
Cat Spencer.
That's
For
fun.
real though.
The- yeah, no, it's true. That is the essence right there at the end
Mhm.
of the day, right? But how do you know, right? How do you know who's like? I believe everyone is capable of anything.
Yeah.
You know, never underestimate a person. Okay, okay. Make two assumptions that I believe. Okay, assume that either depending on what it is, especially when it comes down to like let's say a job and a performance and maybe a particular task, that they're
Mhm.
going to be just as good or better than you.
Mhm.
You know, that's it. Never underestimate that they will do a shittier job because you'd be surprised, and I think that's the ultimate benefit of the doubt that we should give literally everyone
Yeah.
in
Mhm.
life. All right. And so I did that with you guys, and I'm so fortunate, right? And I know what has come out of it because I've worked with you guys. I've gone through different emotional experiences and whatnot, and I can say with the utmost certainty, knowing that like I mean, there's the absolute trust there.
Yeah.
Of course that takes time to get to, but it's just knowing what's what, right? And knowing the how, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Goddamn. One of you ends up being a two-face. Goddamn.
All this time.
All this time, Alex's face right now, like, no, 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 no. That's absurd.
Me.
No, 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 no one here. Mm,
You know what? I just trust Pat's judgment usually.
mm. It's judgment though. Like usually he's pretty
Well,
good.
lately he hasn't been that hot, but usually Pat's the type of person. Shout out Pat. If you haven't watched
Shut
this
up, Pat.
episode, what was that? 3 weeks ago now? About 3 weeks.
Yep.
Relationship talk with Pat. If you haven't seen that episode, great episode talking about relationships and all that. But Pat's the type of person where he could within like the first 3 seconds, he has like an intuitive feel for your personality. He could tell right away if you're a good person or not.
Mhm.
And I've always trusted his judgment from the start. So, and he's always been right for the most part.
It's true. That's true.
So
Mhm. For the most part,
for the most part.
he's,
But
he's only been bamboozled.
once, yeah. But I mean, that was also because he got sort of played in
He did.
defense.
He did
But
the ultimate deception.
yeah,
Mhm.
but yeah, I think oftentimes it is an energy thing, right? Within the first few seconds, you could tell
Mhm.
more or less how a person is, and
Yeah.
then
Energy.
and then as time goes on, you really see, like it comes out eventually, no matter how fake they are, because you only keep up a face for so long, right? So
You're
Mhm.
right. I think you're
Mhm.
right. But
Yeah.
you say like people keep up a face. You know what? We have to have a whole talk about, just about truth and honesty and deception. You know
Yeah.
what? That could just be a whole episode right there.
It's a great. I'd be
Yeah.
a solid episode, honestly,
Mhm.
and that
We should write that.
that ties into a lot of things, like not even
Does
just
tie into a
like
lot.
relationships
Exactly.
as well.
Oh, dude, just learning to be your genuine self, or in particular situations, what have you, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, or why people lie. Oh my god, that could be an episode too, right there, right?
Mhm. Yeah,
Shit.
could be interesting.
Mm. Did someone
I-
write that down?
Well, I have it in my head. I'll read it later though, but
Yeah.
yeah, sorry about that.
Who needs a list?
We can just we're really gonna listen through those after. We're gonna replay
That's
this.
exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna
Sorry
listen.
about it.
That's right. The editing process.
I-
Go ahead.
that's just like I think the important, like you sort of said it, like just being yourself, right? Being that genuine person. And I
Mhm.
think that's one thing that's special within our groups, that everyone's sort of just themselves, from the
Mhm.
start, to more or less just us being
Mhm.
ourselves. And I think that's what makes you're not gonna have no surprises with what you got within the group, pretty much.
No, no,
Because you know
exactly.
more or less who you have around you and stuff. So I
Yeah.
think
That's a good thing.
the big thing, I think the big lesson for what we've learned after graduating, is sort of getting a little more of a step back and getting to reflect on, I guess, people that we met, and just like the different cliques within our program.
Mhm.
Just the importance of getting a good circle, right? Whether it's a small circle, obviously trying to keep it the smaller, usually the better, right? Because that's just the way it goes. Less chance of getting backstabbed or anything. But
Yeah.
just the importance of building a strong circle, pretty much, and getting good people surrounded by you, and pretty much you're more or less on the good track right there. Just having that support system. And I could tell you right now, just from my own, I sort of spoke about like episodes ago, like how usually these transition periods are probably one of my toughest times just for mental health.
Mhm.
But this is the easiest transition period I've had, just because of the support system I've had. And I sort of talked about this a little bit with my therapist and stuff. Like, you know, she sort of like she asked me like why do you think that is? You know, why do you think your mental health is so much better than it used to be like during these transition periods? And I'm like, straight up, it's just the support system. I got the people around me and the pieces in place that are, you know, there for me whenever I need it and stuff. And I just feel like I don't feel like I'm in a lost state no more. Like compared to the past where I used to be sort of by myself in these transition periods.
Mm-hmm.
But I sort of have that group around me to uplift me during these times and stuff. So
That's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
The importance of the circle.
The importance of a circle. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Look at that. That should be your clip right there. That's solid. That's solid. It was good. It was truly good.
No, it's true though.
Yeah,
it's true.
It is. It is. It is. You know, just to, I kind of want to go back to it just quickly. You know, we were talking about energy and sussing people's energy out and getting a feel for that, right? And you said it. You know, those who put up the mask or put up the front can only do so for so long. But what happens to eventually? And this is something that I would really like to expand upon in another episode. Regarding the topics that we just threw out there. You know, what happens, you know, when this front just starts becoming a reality, right?
I mean, that's possible. You start believing your own lie, in a sense.
Yeah, that's it. What happens to your identity? What happens to the self?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
It is. It is. It is. It is.
We'll definitely break that down in a further episode. So if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Turn on post notifications. And if you're on our platform, hit that follow button because we got a lot more great content coming out for the rest of this year.
That's it. That's it. We took our break. You know, we've rested, we've recovered, we've recuperated. You know, we did what we had to do that was right for ourselves. We hope you do the same. You know, you like this episode. I like this episode. I think it's great. You know,
we love these trio episodes. Always fun though.
Oh, they are, man. No, they're wholesome. You know, go out, share it with mom, dad.
Yeah.
You know, your siblings, the dog, the cat, your neighbor, whoever. Just whoever. You know?
Yeah. And take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself. And I think that's the big thing. Like when we started off the episode, just talking about how we took a break and how we're sort of practicing what we preach. Like truly, like if you do need that break, take that break. You know, if you need that day off, or just a self-care day, time for yourself, take that day because you're gonna be performing 10 times better if you take care of yourself than if you just go through it with pretty much just going through it I guess with a toxic mindset, I guess, or something like that, or just going through a tough time, you know. So just take care of yourself, be nice to others, share the love. Yes,
100%. I agree with that.
Like Luca, who's going to share his car with me tomorrow because we're going to IKEA, and then he's also going to share his trunk, you know, to put in a bunch of things that I need for my place. Don't you just love those IKEA runs?
I got you. I'm honestly hyped.
It's gonna be fun.
I am hyped.
Fun. So we're gonna get some Swedish meatballs.
Oh, I'm down.
Ew, those aren't that good.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Okay, I've only had that once though, so.
And did you enjoy them?
Solid. Yeah, they're pretty solid.
You know what I think it is? Okay, because I was discussing.
I think they are overhyped though, maybe just because they're hyped.
I think they're overhyped, but I think it honestly depends on the time of day. You know, yeah. If you come during later on, you're going to be having what was left at lunch. You come during the morning, don't expect your Swedish meatballs. You have to come around prime time, 12 to 2. You know, 3's pushing it. 12 to 2 is perfect. Perfect.
I feel
you know. So, Luca, if anything, we start with lunch, you know, and then we go shopping.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Nice. All right. I think we shall wrap it up then. All right. It's good to see everyone. You know, take care of yourself.
You guys
enjoyed the good weather. It's been mild. That's all I have to say for my part.
But yeah, so thanks for joining us, guys. And we are ALFA Relations, driving change forward.
Yeah. Boom. Peace out, y'all. Hit the subscribe button. Follow us on our platforms. Have a good day, y'all.